Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Bolt Banter. It's your boy Curtis here.
Hey, and it's Kendrick. We're live from Chargers Park.
Just got a training camp day 5, and we're going to talk about training camp so far, a little recap. And you may have heard this week some news. CV Johnson went down with an injury during day 2.
Total freak accident.
Freak accident.
I think he got a spin on a little quick route, tried to spin, get him back standing up, and just turned the knee a little bit, and that meniscus popped like a rubber band.
Yeah, he fell down and got up and then kind of did the little hop. It is the worst thing that you ever want to see, where they do the and you're like, no, something's wrong. So he's had it checked out, and it's looking like
he went in for surgery. Could be anything from a couple months to maybe the whole season. So we'll see. Meniscus is very unpredictable. Depends on how big the tear is, how big the healing is, but
yeah, depending on how severe it is, it could be back the end of the season, really, or halfway through the season.
Could be back in week 9 even, or
at
the earliest.
He could be at the rest of the season, depending on if we make the playoffs or not. But hopefully, we're gonna make the playoffs. Knock on wood. And to kind of cope with that loss, we looked at free agency and signed James Jones.
We did. We were looking at guys like Brian Hartline, Lance Moore, James Jones came in, first guy on the workout, and we signed him.
We were shopping, man. We brought people in real quick.
Yeah,
like it was very proactive.
I think James Jones went in for one workout. He nailed it. Nailed exactly what they need. I think the void that James Jones is gonna fill is the Malcolm Floyd role. I think just that veteran presence on the outside, going deep. He was big for the Packers last year when Jordy Nelson went out. So I think he's gonna be a good lifeboat, I think, for Philip Rivers.
It's great to have a veteran receiver too. You know, a lot of our guys are on the younger side, I would say. And you know, I saw that Aaron Rodgers retweeted, "Man, I am stoked for James Jones going to Chargers. Chargers are lucky to have him." So if that says anything, we should be very excited for James Jones to be on our team, and we hope Stevie will be back as soon as possible. And other than that, just to kind of recap some players that are doing well this week so far in training camp. Kendrick, who have you seen that's done well at training camp?
The biggest guy we got to talk about real quick, this guy, Melvin Gordon, our number 1 running back, first round last year. Biggest thing I think that he's been working on is ball security. I think we're seeing a lot of the defenders kind of giving a little jokes, being like, hey, you better be holding on that ball. I think the biggest thing is we're talking about him tucking the ball better. When he's hitting contact, he's getting 2 hands on it. Not too much of this like sideways motion out here. More of this, really tucking it in, hits the lanes like this, 2 hands. But I think the biggest thing is just vision, going in and hitting the holes. He's hitting his holes real well. He's not hesitating. I think he's looking more comfortable in his system with Ken Wisenhunt. I think he can mean big things. I think he's going to turn the running game around big time.
Yeah, I think Wiz has great plans, and you can kind of see how Gordon's looking better just from when he's worked out and trained with Peterson. It's showing already. He's very confident. He's ready to start fresh. And besides MG, I mean, Mebane's been looking great. He's kind of been a question mark because we've never seen him in a Chargers uniform before. Benjamin is looking
Travis
wonderful.
Benjamin's looking fast. He's looking deep. You wouldn't think he was a new guy out here. He's really building a repertoire with Philip.
Yeah, dude, he's got some speed on him.
Definitely.
And he's connecting with Philip, making that relationship. And then lastly, I would say Phillips, right?
Adrian Phillips, safety. Yeah.
He ended last season really well, and he's just ready to go.
Day 1 of training camp, this guy makes a big tip pick, and the defense is really celebrating it. I think they're really talking about him being a real playmaker at free safety. And I think that's kind of a sleeper.
Yeah, he's definitely a sleeper on the defense. Look out for him. So I think that's really all we have to talk about for training camp so far.
Training camp's looking great so far.
Looking great. Good crowds, fun vibe. There's a real confident and encouraging vibe behind this team so far this year, which is really, really fun.
I think the biggest thing fans are talking about out there by the fence is passion. I think the players are showing more passion. It's not just guys like Gates. It's not guys that we depended on back in the day like LT. You know, the whole team has passion. Melvin Ingram and Manti Te'o really building up the defense. Philip Rivers and Keenan Allen really building up their team on the offense. So yeah, they're doing a lot of big things.
What Telesco's been building up is really coming to fruition. And lastly, I want to end with we'll see you guys on Saturday at FanFest.
Absolutely, FanFest.
That's cute. Don't miss out. And lastly, like us on Facebook. We need some help on Facebook.
Yeah.
And if you go on Facebook, you'll get a notification when we go live and all that fun stuff. You'll get news from other Chargers networks as well and Facebook pages. Any last words, Kendrick?
That's it, man. Just keep coming out to the training camp, keep coming out to the events. It's going to be big time out here. We'll see you.
See you next time, and Bolt up.